big congratulations and a big celebration for press club, journalists, doctors, professionals, their friends, the PR community, all of us assembled here. A very warm congratulations to both of them from all of us. We give them a and unveiling the book, the three of them. Anil Singh used to be a regular contributor, obviously contrarian views. I mean, what was current, he would fight against that, and he put those forward. And much of it was widely read, and of course the management didn't like it. And I mean, it's such a long story short, he fell out with the establishment there.
A small correction, I didn't fall out with the management. Modi stopped my call. There's with so much disinformation, misinformation and blatant lies going around. No one is telling us, there's a fault with reality. Adjust your mind. And that is the theme of the book. Modi is not the theme of the book. But Modi decides to dominate national politics. So Modi will be written about. I have got no special attraction for Modi. But so I'll read a small. Subhash Chandra Bose also was a devout Hindu, but he was opposed to what Hindu Mahasabha was doing. Had he been alive today, he would have said, "What about my religious sentiments? खाली fundamentalists और ये rabble rousers के religious sentiments होते हैं, बातों के नहीं होते क्या?" So I have written on that. He was a devout Hindu, but he was vehemently opposed to the divisive politics of the Hindu Mahasabha. Had he been around today, he would have certainly asked, "What about my religious sentiments?" It's time to ask how someone sold the majority community the idea that a religion that had withstood the onslaught of Buddhism, Islam and Christianity is in danger of losing its identity. Hinduism is not in danger, but the economy is, our democracy is, our jobs are. In fact, if you remember, the Tirupati temple during the pandemic, all these pieces were written during the pandemic. And this particular piece was written on February 6, 2021. So, in fact, the Tirupati temple sacked many of its employees during the lockdown. The way a religion has been weaponized to suit political ends is insulting for anyone who calls himself a Hindu in the soul-searching tradition of the great rishis. Yet, how many Shankaracharyas do you see taking offense at it and castigating politicians for hijacking their religion? This is written 2-3 years ago. Now the Shankaracharyas are really now feeling the boot on their backsides. तब नहीं किया, तब उनको लगा नहीं. How is this concept about the unfinished agenda of partition replanted in our minds after 70 years of coexistence, after fighting 4 wars shoulder to shoulder, after our great victories over hunger, disease and illiteracy? How did the world's largest democracy, which prides itself in its ancient civilizations, robust institutions and its technological prowess, come to such a pass? Instead of worshipping at the temples of modern India, we have reverted to stone structures, the very shrines which came a cropper in COVID. Yet, people have been told to contribute not to the fight against COVID, but to the construction of the Ram temple at Ayodhya. On the one hand, India uses atomic fission to generate energy as a proud member of the elite nuclear club. On the other hand, a political party in the land of Buddha and Gandhi uses negative energy from societal fission to propel itself to power. Our lynch mobs are answered to the alleged appeasement of Muslims by the Congress, thus storming college campuses with iron rods fit into the tradition of debate started by Adi Shankara and carried forward by the likes of Vivekananda and Gandhi. Is the creation of a Hindu Taliban the only way of asserting our religious identity? Stop at that.
And can I request Anil Kumar to say a few words on his book?
When I was a journalism student, I was told by N. Chalpati Rao, who was the editor of National Herald at that time, during the emergency, But during the emergency, Chaplin had the guts to say, facts are sacred, comment is still free. That's what he wrote in his autograph to me. And I still believe that facts are sacred and comment is still free, which I have, ventured into writing these columns. And I'm very grateful to Disbus newspaper for giving me this platform. A good old friend, Jitendra Bhargava, has agreed to read a couple of passages for me. I invite Bhargava to join us.
It's basically a compilation of the articles that he write, a column, regular column. And since it spans several years, you have subjects right from politics, climate change and other things. But when you read and you listen to the passages that I read, you get the insight that he lends to it. There's a simple event that has taken place and then he lends his insight into it, and it comes out as a BNK is a moving encyclopedia, virtually everything that he gets on it. So a lot of effort has gone into it. He writes as part of a column, the divided opposition cannot fight a strong bulldozer BJP. You have different parties in Bengal, Andhra, Telangana and Tamil Nadu ruling, party coalition rule in Kerala. For a political observer, it sounds like a joke. When each of these state chief ministers speak of a strong front against BJP, joke, because they cannot and do not see eye to eye with the Congress, which happens to be the second largest party. For instance, KCR met only Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray in Mumbai. Pawar clearly told KCR and Mamta that any front to oppose BJP cannot be without the Congress. This brings us back to the discussion over revival of the grand old party history. Then he gets on to Prashant Kishore, who's the most political strategist, and he talks about PK of Prashant Kishore was in talks with the Congress leadership by making PowerPoint presentation on how to regain power in 2024. Right from the day whispers were planted to certain media about PK joining the Congress. I had my own doubts of that happening. GOP with grand older leaders would not accept any outside advice or a hired driver to steer the party. Look at the summary that he draws out of it, the conclusion, and which is, when we look back, say absolutely right conclusion drawn by him. Congress does not lack leaders, it lacks leadership. Again, a conclusion that he draws, and we will all concur with what he has written here. In fact, it is a party of many leaders, but their culture is to be loyal to the High Command. The High Command was once defined as none other than Indira Gandhi and now Sonia. Fearlessly, with so one can't say that it's all pro Kumar Ketkar's party, but he's gone ahead and said it. Sonia had that command till 2009 and something later till the things tarnished the party. The ready-to-use CAG findings and Anna Hazare's agitation came handy for the BJP and the pro-BJP media. Vision is the word that does not seem to exist in the Congress dictionary. Ground realities apart, since politicians of all hues and colors are not bothered, let us consider the communication strategy of the ruling party. Communicator, his profession, he brings it out here. At the center, Politricks have been straight. It has turned each and every event, launch of various schemes, trains and flights into election rallies. They never seem to be running out of topics. In the absence of a credible counter from either the grand old party or the rest of the opposition, what BJP or the centre says goes down as the accepted truth. Come to think of it, no one can match the resources of the world's largest and country's richest political party, the BJP. Add to it the RSS cadre and think groups such as the Bajrang Dal. Apart from the advertising blueprints, the BJP has unleashed its PR machinery. Ministers with good communication skills, such as Dr. Jitendra Prasad, convincing speakers like S. Jai Shankar, aggressive talkers such as Anurag Thakur, Smriti Irani, and above all, Nirmala Sitharaman, are all at play now. They get the required eyeballs and media attention, and the resultant social media presence. So if you look up these chapters that you've got, there's virtually nothing that's being left. So I will not go ahead more reading because you must buy the book, read it, and imbibe what's into it, and that's where the beauty of BNK comes. Thank you.
The greatest asset of Modi is Rahul Gandhi. He doesn't have to be hated or RSS. He doesn't have to hate RSS, etc. the opposition, the kind of desire that they are in. Today, yes, there are quite a few sections, the silence majority that Anil MP wrote here. There are a lot of people who may not be liking to vote for Modi, but vikalp kya hai? You know, whom do I vote? So silence majority doesn't come forward. And to add to that confusion, we have this desire among the opposition. Mamata Banerjee today we read, she says, I won't have any seat adjustment with the Congress. Our party, Aam Aadmi party also saying the same thing. When the opposition doesn't get united, we spoke about Jayaprakash Narayan and Janata Party movement. The entire opposition got together to defeat Indira Gandhi. So in this kind of a situation, what kind of role do you think the role the Congress should be playing actually and realistically?
Rahul Gandhi, the Congress is his greatest asset. The entire party. I mean, I was about to tell Ketkar that both of us have written what the Congress should have said. So the Congress is the part of the silence majority, which is very sad. Rahul Gandhi just happens to be the weakest link in the Congress party. The point is that today, why is Modi emboldened? Because there is hardly any opposition to him. That's it. Now, in the cover of my book, you can see he's even posing like Gandhi. You know, I mean, and he doesn't expect people to laugh. And if he's posing like Gandhi, what happened in 2002? He goes to America, writes for New York Times, or I don't know which paper, about the relevance of Gandhi, but he forgot about Gandhi in 2002. तब उसको याद नहीं आया. Even when I was in Ahmedabad, from Times of India, he said that I'll make a museum for Gandhi, 365 exhibits, one for each day. But when he came to power, he said this Statue of Unity. And Gandhi, my God, his IT cell of his BJP has spread so much filth and hatred against Gandhi.
I think Rahul Gandhi has become a biggest punching bag for commentators, for journalists and for people who are opposed to Modi and yet not supporting Congress. Rahul Gandhi has become a punching bag. Now let us look at the actual facts of history. He didn't exist in such a position in 2014. Congress lost. Congress lost in 2014 when Rahul Gandhi was not such an important, even basically important figure. Congress lost. So that time the punching bag was partly Sonia Gandhi and Congress.
And Italy.
And Italy, that was only passing. But so I think creating Rahul Gandhi as a counter hero and not becoming hero, condemn. So I think it is like that film Jewel Thief. You create a person who doesn't exist and then punch him. The decline will begin. That decline is already set in according to me. Ram Mandir will have impact only among section of the voters, primarily in UP, Gujarat and Rajasthan, and among women voters across the country. But that doesn't bring them to more than 250 seats according to me.